So the topic is the Quranic view of the Bible, because he wanted to know where does the Bible or the Quran confirm the Bible. So you have your Quran with you, right?
Yeah.
Go to Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2. We're going to start. There's a lot of verses. We're going to work through it. And if you want to bring in hadith, I can. But let's first focus on the Quran itself. We're going to read chapter 2, verses 40 to 44. But two things you need to do. It's very slow and very loud, because remember, people need to hear you.
O children of Israel, remember my favor which I have bestowed upon you, and fulfill my covenant, that I will fulfill your covenant, and be afraid of me, and believe in what I have sent down, confirming that which is already with you, and be not the first to disbelieve in it, and do not exchange my
Louder.
Forgive me. And do not exchange my signs for a small price, and fear me, and do not mix the truth with falsehood, or conceal the truth while you know it, and establish prayer, and give zakah, and and bow with those who bow. Do you order righteousness of the people, and forget yourselves while you recite the scripture? Then will you not reason?
Okay, so now number 1, pay attention. It says they recite or read the scripture, and then read 41.
And believe in what I have sent down, confirming that which is already with you.
Already with them, right?
The first to disbelieve.
Okay, now pay attention to 2 points, because we got more verses before I ask questions. 41 says that what Allah sent down confirms that which is already with you. And then 44 says, do you recite the scriptures? And even says, do you conceal the truth that you know? So they know the truth, but their sin is they conceal it. The Quran confirms what is already with them. It confirms what they have, and they recite the scripture. So we keep those 3 facts in mind, right?
And then, sorry to interrupt you, but then verse 40 says, O children of Israel. So this is talking to Ben Israel.
Yeah, and you're making my point.
This is talking to
because you're not patient. You're not patient, so now I'm going to have to, because of your impatience, show you. The Jews of Muhammad's time, their scriptures, the Quran confirms. What were those scriptures? So you're not patient. I know it's talking about children. It's not talking about, O Bani Africa. What are the scriptures that the Israelites had at the time of Muhammad that the Quran confirms that they read and is the truth?
This is the Torah.
Okay, so you see, I know what the passage is saying. I'm going to show you not 1 verse, dozens, because then you have a dilemma in your hands. Now go to chapter 2, verse 89.
And when they came to them a book from Allah, confirming that which was with them, although before they used to pray for victory against those who disbelieved, but then when there came to them that which they recognized, they disbelieved in it. So the curse of Allah will be upon the disbelievers.
Okay, read the first part again.
And when they came to them a book from Allah, confirming that which was with them.
Confirming that which is already with them at that time, right? What they have at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to make sure you're seeing it and not trying to ignore it. Confirming that which is with them. That means what they had and they were reading at that time. Okay, now, chapter 2, verse 91.
And when it said to them, believe in what Allah has revealed, they say, we believe only in what was revealed to us, and they disbelieve in what came after it, while it is confirming the truth which is with them.
Confirming the truth that's with them. So they have the truth, right? They have the truth with them. Yeah. It confirms what is with them. They have the truth with them. And so you see the repeated emphasis, because there's more. I'm not going to ask you questions yet until we go through all these verses. Okay, so now chapter 2, verse 97.
Say, whoever is an enemy to Gabriel, it is he who has brought the Quran down upon your heart by permission of Allah, confirming that which was before it.
It confirms what was before it, and what was before it is what they have with them. What they read and recite with them is that which was before it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 297. Now read chapter 2, verse 101.
And when a messenger from Allah came to them, confirming that which was with them.
Confirming that which was with them. Confirming that. That's the part I want you to focus, not read too fast. Now, how many verses you just read? Chapter 2, verse 41 and 44. Chapter 2, verse 89 and 91. And chapter 2, verse 101. This Quran and Muhammad confirm what is with them at that time, what they had, what they read. They read the scripture, they have the truth, and the Quran confirms it, not falsifies it. This is repeated teaching in the Quran. Now read chapter 2, verse 121.
Those to whom we have given the book recite it with its true recital. They believe in it, and whoever disbelieves in it, it is they who are the losers.
Read that first part again. Those who've been given the book do what?
Those to whom we have given the book recite it with its true recital.
How can they recite the true recitation, the reading of the book given to them? if the book is corrupt. So keep that in mind, because there's few more. We got to go through the systematically. It's not one or two verses. Now go to chapter 4, verse 47 of the Quran.
O you who were given the scripture, believing what we have sent down, concerning that which is with you, before we obliterate faces and turn them back and turn them towards their backs, or curse them as we curse the Sabbath breakers, and ever is the decree of Allah accomplished.
Okay, you get the point, right? Confirming what you have, not what you don't have. Confirming what is in your possession, what is before the Quran, and you read it with the true reading. You know the truth, though you conceal it, and you read the scripture. Now, I'm going to give you a few more, because there's a lot more, but then I'm going to have to ask you a question, and hopefully you'll be honest, and you'll fear God and speak the truth, not tap dance, because I don't like tap dancing. Go to chapter 3 of the Quran, verses 3 to 4. Chapter 3, verses 3 to 4.
He has sent down upon you the book in truth, confirming what was before it, and he revealed the Torah and the Gospel before as guidance for the people, and he revealed the Quran. Indeed, those who disbelieve in the verses of Allah will be forgiven.
Now, let me give you the actual, and you can ask anyone who reads the Arabic, ask your Imam. The word is musaddiqan. That word confirm comes from sadaqa. Here it says, musaddiqan lima bayna yadayhi. Bayna, between, yadayhi, his hands. Literally, it says, confirming what is between his hands. That's the little Arabic. The word bayna yadayhi, between his hands, is an Arabic expression meaning that which he has access to, that which he can read, and it's there before him that he can pick up and read. So it's saying that the Quran was sent down to Muhammad, confirming what is between Muhammad's hands, what is there in Muhammad's possession that he can pick up, read, have access to, what's in the hands of the Jews and Christians. And what's in the hands of the Jews and Christians? I'll finish it.
The Torah and the Gospel.
And we have a brother in the comment section who speaks Arabic. He's an Arabic speaker, and he says, you're right. So that was 3, verses 3 to 4. I can give you more, but before I do that, here's what I need to ask you thus far. All these verses are clear as day. The Quran, Muhammad, confirms what was there at that time in the hands of the Jews and the Christians, what they had, what they were reading, what was between Muhammad's hands. What books did the Jews and Christians have at the time of Muhammad?
The Torah and the Bible.
Okay, so you agree with that, right?
Well,
they had it, right?
I agree with the fact that they had the Torah.
So you agree with that, okay? Because it says confirm, not falsify. Musaddiqan sadaqa, confirm. The verb confirm doesn't say falsify. Bears witness what you have is truth. It is pure, because that verb is used. I'll give you an example where that verb sadaqa is used. Go to chapter 3, verse 39.
So the angels called him while he was standing in prayer in the chamber. Indeed, Allah gives you good tidings of Yahya, confirming a word from Allah, and honorable abstaining, and a prophet from among the righteous. Okay,
Yahya confirms a word from Allah, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, now that's the same verb, sadaqa. When it says Yahya confirms a word from Allah, how does he confirm a word from Allah? By saying, this is the word of Allah, this is the one from Allah, he is truth, he is sent by God, I bear witness that he is the truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now go to chapter 66 of the Quran, Surah Al-Tahrim, 66 verse 12.
Sorry. And Mary, the daughter of Imran, was guarded her chastity. So we blew into through our angel, and she believed in the words of the Lord and his scriptures, and was of the devoutly obedient.
Yeah, now you're probably reading Sahih International, which butchers the Arabic. It doesn't say, and we blew through our angel. But put that aside. The word believe is actually the word from sadaqah.
Sorry.
What?
I'll go to
All right. And it doesn't say believe, it says wa sadaqat. Wa sadaqat bi kalimati rabbiha wa kutubihi wa qanat. Anyway, you get it. It's wa sadaqat. It's she confirms, but it's okay. Translated confirms, believes. It says, and she confirmed the books of her Lord and his words, right? Listen to what it says. Testify, believe, confirm. Mary confirmed, sadaqat, believed in the words of Allah and his books. Now, when it says she confirmed Allah's books and words, that means she believed in them, that they're true, they're pure, they're not corrupt, right?
Yeah.
When it says Yahya confirmed a word from Allah, that means he bears witness this word is from God, he is true, he is righteous, correct?
Yeah.
So when it says your prophet and the Quran confirm sadaqah, what the Jews and Christians had at that time. Confirm their books, what they recite. Confirm what is between his hands. That can only mean that Muhammad and Quran bear witness that you Jews and you Christians, what you're reading, your books are pure and true and uncorrupt. They're truth from your Lord. My question to you is, what were those books that Muhammad said, these are the true words of God, preserved, and they're reading from them?
You mentioned chapter 66, verse 12,
yes,
where Maryam, she believed in the books of Allah.
And his words.
I believe that at the time, the books weren't corrupted back then.
Beautiful. Say it again. Wait, say it again. You believe at that time, right?
The books were.
Thank you for proving the Old Testament I read is the uncorrupt word of God. You know why?
Why?
Because you just said the books at that time were uncorrupt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we found the Dead Sea Scrolls, copies of the Old Testament in Hebrew in 1947, written 100 to 200 years before the birth of Jesus. So we know what those books were. She confirmed what you say, they were uncorrupt, and they're identical to what I read today. Thank you, Muhammad. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You just proved my case.